Today I'm going to begin with an overview of some survey work that we did across the state of Illinois this last year. In late July through early August, my team and I surveyed about 47 different counties throughout the state of Illinois, and in each of those counties we went into 5 soybean fields selected at random, and also into 5 adjacent cornfields. And in the soybean fields we took 100 sweeps with a sweep net in each of those soybean fields, and in the adjacent cornfield we went in and took plant counts of western corn rootworm adults. And so today and next week on the Corn and Soybean Classic meetings, I'll share the results of those surveys. And then I'll also spend a little bit of time talking about some of the BT control failures that I reported on in northern, north central, northwestern Illinois last year in 2011.
Tell me some of those results that you got, if you could.
Well, the results of the surveys I think are going to be very interesting to producers, because what they're going to find is that in some areas of the state, especially here in southern Illinois, the overall number of western corn rootworm adults was remarkably low. And again, I should point out southern Illinois, at least the southern third of the state, is not known for high densities of western corn rootworm adults to begin with. But nonetheless, these numbers were very, very low indeed. And then with regard to the samples that we took in soybean fields, again, I think producers are going to see that overall numbers of insects like bean leaf beetles, to some extent green clover worms, soybean aphids, those densities were very low in 2011 as well. And I'll discuss some of the reasons why I think that is the case. With regard to some of the BT challenges, again, as I move north in the state, especially later this week and in the next week, where some of those BT failures occurred, I'm going to offer some of my thoughts on why those failures took place.
Why?
Well, first of all, I'm sure there was a lot of pressure in those fields. Last year in Iowa, a researcher was able to confirm the presence of resistant rootworm populations. He published a journal article to that effect in late July. At this point, we've not yet confirmed resistance. We are cooperating with Iowa State to run some bioassays in an Iowa State lab. So we'll have the specific answer to that question a little bit later this spring. But the producers had been in continuous corn for many years, had relied upon that single trait for many years. So although we suspect resistance may be an issue, we've yet to confirm that.
Take-home message.
Well, I think the take-home message is that we are in a period of time where I think producers need to focus more on a long-term integrated management approach. The tactics that they're using to manage not only weeds but insects as well as plant diseases. I think we're in a period where resistance to BT is first and foremost on the minds of a lot of growers after the paper that came out last year from Iowa State. So I think growers, the take-home message: think more long-term if possible. I know that's not always easy. Use a more integrated management approach. Don't over-rely on any single tactic over and over again. And that's a message that has been around for a long time, but it's often ignored.